Let's all get up and dance to a song that was a hit before your mother was born. Though she was born a long, long time ago, your mother should know. Your mother should know now. Sing it again. Look what's happening. Look what's happening. This was the day yesterday. What else is fun? Being a part of a kitchen. Being a part of your kitchen or someone else's. Oh my. This is what it takes. This is life. Long time ago, your mother should know. Your mother should know. Let's set this up. Okay. A lot of intros on this one. I think we have to have a conversation about what's going on right now, because it's kind of scary. There is possibly a gunman gunning people down. I guess. I don't really know, actually. Coffee. Yes, dudes and dudettes, and then those one people that don't exist. We are writing again. Felt the little felt the little itch, so I scratched it. Turns out it was writing. But that's what I'm doing. Let me put the hat on so it looks stupider. There you go. Yeah, what up? What up, dude? What up? Yeah, I'll fucking cut you. No, I've had this. I don't really need the knife, but, you know, I guess it's good to have for me to undo something. Or, like, cut something, I guess. I don't really ever need to do that. Hey, friends. So I'm back in writing, and it's tough, so it's taking me a little bit. Oh my god. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot today, because this is going to take me some hours to get through this section that I'm going to be working through. So I'm not recording today either, writing music. Figured we just push it to the weekend, because tomorrow's going to be a busy day, but, you know, much needed. You know, it's my brother's birthday, so I do want to hang out with him and stuff. But besides that, today is going to be, I might be writing for like over 8 hours here. That's the goal. We're going to get this section done. We're going to do this. Bye. Good. So, yes, before I get writing, why don't I spend at least 30 minutes here. I've done like 15 intros probably at this point, with different clothes on. I'm going to be returning to work next week, which is like, oh, you know, but for the time being, you know, then I'll slowly slip out of that, get into an easier position so I can focus more on things that matter. So yes, going on the typewriter. It's kind of like demoing, essentially, with music. You just get on there and you get it out there, and you read it back, and then you update it on the computer, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're demoing this paper out. It's a section that's very important. It's actually introducing new characters and everything, so it's gonna be really important. Besides that, that's all I'm really doing. I'm not going to be playing music till the Thursday, which is like 2 days from now. So that won't be whatever. I don't even know what song. I'll have a song. Maybe that one that he sent me in the email. Maybe that one. That might be it. Who knows? Who knows? It's always different. I find that the less I plan, the better off I am. Every time I plan, it doesn't go to fruition. You know, like what you're gonna do for the day or all that. It's like, nothing ever happens the way you plan it. So I stopped doing that. So this old gal, I think she's from the 60s, maybe 70s. I don't really know. Not an enthusiast, but she's in fucking mint condition, dude. Pristine machine. She's a clean machine. So look at that. Look how clean and in good shape she's in. I mean, shit. You fucking even look down here at the Vite parts. Look how clean that is. Yeah, she's good. Ain't nothing wrong with her. So yeah, this bad boy, this lady, Miss Olympia, she's going to be helping me analyze, re-look at some things that I've already done here. We're going to translate it to here because this, we've added a character that I realized isn't going to work. So I committed like a lot of pages to it. That many, so that's a lot. 165 to, I stopped counting after 220, looks like. So however many pages that is, about 230 pages. 230 pages. 230, because all the ones I didn't count. So 165 to 230, you do the math, I can't. But I gotta redo all that, and then I'm gonna put her in here with some notes. So yeah, that's the goal, that's the thing, that's what's happening. Sometimes it's good to be stupid. Sometimes it's good to be a bastard. You know what I mean? That's the day-to-day. She auto levels, by the way, to whatever angle you got her at. She'll like level it out for you. She's got this good camera. Gonna play the usual, probably in the background, classical music. Why not? Bass. Short little update for no reason really. I got nothing else really to talk about, honestly. I wasn't doing that. I re-downloaded it. I was like, why not? Why not just play a little bit? I got too violent, so I stopped. I was like randomly going around killing innocent people. I was like, we should probably stop doing that. That's what that game is supposed to be, yeah? What was I thinking about? What did I say in the beginning of this one? Something about, creating ourselves. Yeah, okay. So I had a random thought, not like this needs commercial.
The harvest is in your hands, but your perfect tomato, that started in ours. We've been doing it like this for over 100 years.
Oh yeah.
Not all plants are grown the same. Ask for Bonnie by name.
Never heard of you. Anyway. Creation, dude. Creation. Thinking about creation, right? So we believe in evolution, right? That's what we believe is a for the most part as human beings. Okay. Well, what does evolution say? You know, when it's like over time we develop what we need, essentially. Whatever the culture, whatever the species is doing, in time it'll develop what it needs, right? So, in the sense, we create ourselves. Do you know what I mean? We create what we need. We're doing it. It's our body's doing it. So there's that divide of like connection to your body, and your body's like separate. Like, you know, they say soul and then the body. You know, this is the machine, or this is the husk or whatever, and the soul is either up here or here or wherever you want to believe. Right? The consciousness. If you want to get more about that. So within that, either our bodies become what they need to be because of our consciousness, like it's a reactory thing, or our consciousness was always in control of what our bodies are going to do. And it takes a long time because we're talking about the force, talking about a group of people. So it does take longer for these things to go into motion. Because of that, that's where my question lies in. It's like, did we create ourselves? Were we lucky enough to have created everything we see around us right now? All these fucking buildings and this computer that you're looking into, and or phone. You know, let me just hold like it's a phone. Yeah, like this. You know, all that stupid shit that we created. We made, right? As a necessity. We thought it was a necessity to have fucking phones and computers and and like typewriters like this, or which that's actually light for a typewriter. Televisions and pictures and everything you see around, instruments. We made that because we felt like it was a necessity to have in this world, in this plane. Now in time, our bodies, I'll word it like this. If you drop like me and let's say you into like the wilds, how long do we have? How long can we survive? Honestly, we have lost the ability to understand that stuff. Look at our nails. They're not these sharp things we can kill with. I mean, they could break easily. Look at our teeth. The way our eyes work are really weak compared to some animals. You know, our senses are really dull and all that. We're extremely out of shape for the most part when it comes to living a life like that. We can't even eat raw meat for the most part, or else we get sick. We can't just drink water. It has to be clean and all that stuff. So like we're really weak when it comes to this world, but we're really strong in things that don't matter, like the world around us that we made. None of it really matters. It's all bullshit, right? You know, you made what, power plants, you made cars, and you made telephones now called cell phones, and those things do stupid things that we don't really need. All this stuff that gives us our strength. Our strength comes from this belief that we are separate, and so because of that we built the thing around us to make us safe. It's honestly, it's no different how the Greeks believed going outside the walls, right? Now because of that, we've lost touch with the natural world. We've definitely created an artificial one around us, to the point where there's fake fire that froze behind me because I can't get real fire in here, because there is no such thing as a chimney in this home. But there's like things we can start to create that are more illusionary than others. When you play VR games, or when you I don't even know, running a treadmill, you're not really fucking running, you're running a machine. So we create things to invoke natural instincts and stuff like that. Why? And so the problem is, with that, we've separated ourselves, just like the Greeks did, from, like, we're talking the early kind of beliefs that they would hold, whereas like the things that are bad in the world are out in the woods. You know, when mankind started becoming in civilizations, you know, when they started moving towards cities and urban centers and all that shit, we started to walk away from our real existence. And so now we've built the artificial shit around us, right? The easy stuff to understand. That's normal. But that's what I'm saying, is when you create that illusion around you, can it start to manipulate evolution? Now, is evolution built upon the needs of the person, the peoples, or is it precipitated by a natural, kind of like something that was already made? Something that's already been created. Evolution's like, we already know what we're gonna do. You don't need to tell us. And it's not what you want, because you don't need it. Like, is it like that? Or are we creating evolution around us? Are we in control of where the human species goes? It could possibly be, because then you look at like with these stupid things, with telephones and all that, we're using less words. Somehow we're not explaining as much as we used to. But then I think the problem with that is we get away from emotion, and we pretend like that doesn't exist, or we don't have problems with it, when we as a culture have fucking huge problems with our emotional understanding and our appetite for like sexualization that shouldn't be. You know, we're towing down a line that's very unhealthy, you know, with pornography being available, and with like that weird artificial shit. That's kind of fucking strange if you think about it. Or like reciprocating stupidity when it comes to the language. It's dumbing down. But the same thing is, it's always been happening. So when you look at like, what was it? Ancient Sumerian script. I forgot what that was called, the hieroglyphs or whatever, but like their writing. You see in the beginning how it was symbols, and how those symbols changed slowly into like letters, and because they needed more to explain. At some point, things were happening so much where they're like, we have to write stuff down because things are just happening too much and we can't remember it all. And you start seeing language slowly dip down. And then it has its peaks and it has its, like, you know, valleys and all that shit. So maybe it's a natural part of the process, but to me, sometimes I can understand younger people or people that are more in tune with the culture. I can't understand what they're fucking saying. I don't understand, like, and I think that also can play a part in your emotional state too. Like if you have a higher emotional state, if you want to explain exactly what you're doing and not be misunderstood, it's going to take more words. Language is a key to understanding the divide between us, essentially. Now, saying that, in my book I'm writing, I've introduced 2 characters. Where did I put that? I introduced 2 characters that are embodying that old idea, with this connection between these 2 people that are complete separates, yet they come together because they're so separate, like a magnet, or like a fucking yin and yang, or duality, whatever you kind of call it. It's a little bit of good inside the bad, and a little bit of bad inside the good, you know. Duality. They live that life. But what's most important is their communication is what allows them to stay together. Their understanding through their connection. So that's what I represent in those characters. When I look at the world now, that's what Aval is. That's what Adrana as a whole, but Aval is what I'm focusing on. It is locked behind its walls of technology and stuff like that. You see it in Tantorum as well in the book, where you see these people on their set ways, kind of going against the world and stuff like that. That's what I see more and more, and that's when I started wondering, like, do we create ourselves? Are we the masters of our evolution? Or is it out of our control? Or possibly is it something else is watching down on us like an observer and dictating what we need next? We don't know. We just simply do not know. As much as we pretend like we would, no, that can't be that one. Oh, really? Okay. I didn't realize you saw. No, we don't know anything. Those are all questions that will probably stay as open like that for a long, long time. Now, since that's a question that I've raised, that's something that I want to take and channel into this book. Like, okay, let's explore this idea. What do you think? Oops, wrong button. What do you think it could be? Do you think it could be these things? Let's explore it. Let's do thought ideas and what this might be. That's what I want to do. But that was definitely something that I did raise to myself the other day. I don't remember how. Oh God. But we shall see. We shall see. And also a little update, because I'm going to be returning to work. I'm working 40 hours a week. That gives me 2 days off as usual, as everyone else. And 2 days for recording, 1 day for the combined podcast. But somehow I also have to do a daily podcast here. And then I have to remember to do my writing at the same time, but also remember to keep my relationship and communicating with the lady and being available and all that, and also my friends and everything, and then my family. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit like realizing that I'm gonna be stretched a little bit thin here coming soon, but it all is like because of my want to essentially please everyone. Everyone wants a piece of you. Everyone wants some kind of connection with you, and you have to give it. As not just me, just as human beings, we all do it. That's what I'm trying to say, we's and stuff. But we all have to kind of do that. We all have to understand that you're going to be stretched a million different ways. You just got to make sure they're the ways that you want to go. For me, I want to play music, I want to write, I want to have friends, I want to have a relationship, I want to have my family. I don't want the job, but I got to do that because income. So slowly I'll wither away from that and step down from the management role and focus more on what I want. 40 hours a week ain't bad if you don't have to make decisions, you know. And then maybe eventually I can get away from that, go to part-time. We'll see. We will see what happens. I'm cheap enough where, man, I've survived this long without an income, and fuck, part-time, I'd be fine. It's just with my partner wanting to have a house and all that stuff, it's a goal that I gotta make happen, you know, get away from being in an apartment and stuff. Fuck, I forgot to go look at that place. But, yeah, so I'm already kind of like, it's gonna be tough. But you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. And no one will ever understand how much it's gonna take from you. You have to remember that. Everyone's like, yeah, you do, you gotta do it. Like, okay, yeah, I know. But no one understands how much it affects you. So you gotta keep your line of communication open, just like I said previously. Always communicate how you feel and what you're trying to do. When I talked to, well, I didn't even talk. When I texted, because, you know, we have these. When I texted Billy, I said, don't worry, I do want to play the music. It's nothing to do with me not wanting to today. It's just, this is a day, just like yesterday, where I have to write. You know, something is just hit me, it struck me. It's like, dude, write this out. And so I'm going to communicate with that. And it's got to happen today. I don't know why, but for some reason I got to write today. But I wanted to make a video real quick because I didn't make one yesterday because I was too busy writing yesterday and doing stuff. So that's what's happening. To you guys that are watching, whoever watches, I wonder who does. It'd be funny if it showed you who did. Like, it shows you numbers like 10, 20, 1,000, million, or whatever. But it doesn't tell you like who. So you have no idea. I'm always curious. Like, who's watching these? But at the same time, it also is communicating my feelings. So most likely the people watching this know me personally, so fucker. Why? So they now have more understanding as to why I do what I do. Like, I talked to the lady today, and I said I do have a problem with communicating my schedule with everyone. People just find out in that day. They always like, well, you're doing something today? Like, yeah, I've had this plan, but I never said anything. I have a problem with not letting everyone know about what I'm doing every day so we can schedule stuff, because I guess they might think that I'm always available because I make it seem that way, and I'm always trying to please. So it's like that thing, it's like I gotta remember, I gotta let people know, like, no, I have a life too, let me live my life. We have to do it. So I told her, like, Thursday I'm gonna be busy, but like Wednesday, it's just tough. You just got to remember to communicate, man. You got to let everyone know what's going on around you. Don't let them build something in their head that isn't real. Don't let them think that you're not wanting to do stuff with them. Like, no, that's not what it is. It's just, my problem is I never focus on myself. So it took me so many years to realize what I want, because I was always too busy focusing on everyone else that I was like, well, what do you want? And my answer would always be, whatever you want. You know, that's always been an issue. So now I'm focusing on myself. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm letting everyone know I'm fine. Everything's good. I care about everybody. I'm just doing this too, you know, my life. I also will try to communicate as well, which is sometimes tough. Cause, like, you know, when like, let's say for instance someone's like, do you want to hang out on Wednesday? And you're like, shit, hold on. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds great. And then all of a sudden you remember, your lady's like, don't you remember what I said we're doing on Wednesday? Oh, fuck. And then your mom's like, your brother's birthday's on Wednesday. You're like, shit. And then you gotta sit there and like, okay, how can I do all those things? And that's what I would do. I'd fucking tire myself out, like going here and spending much time and letting my guilt carry me by saying, like, no, I'm here for you, and then go to them, I'm here for you, and then go to this person, I'm here for you. I live my life like that too much, and I'm just so tired from doing it. So I'm trying to, it's because of my memory too, I can't remember what I'm doing. I usually just go day by day. I don't like to plan things out anymore. I like to just like do whatever. and just like let it be, let it happen. I don't, you know, like what about Thursday? Or whatever, you know. Sunday, did you remember Sunday? We're gonna go to the movies. If they're open, yeah, they're open Sundays. Oh shit, you know, like the stuff like that. It's always hard for me to remember all these little things. So that's all. I guess that's all I wanted to say. And I shall edit this, and it shall be out tonight after this long writing session that I'm kind of not looking forward to because it's fucking hard to write, but at the same time, it's gotta happen. Wish writing was easier, but it's really not. It's like the hardest fucking thing I've ever done is wrote. And like, man, just wanting to write. Like, this isn't, I don't know if I've ever felt that. I just know I have to, you know. Like, I don't want to do this. I'd much rather do other things, but I've neglected her for a few months, so she's calling. She's begging. Begging like a dog in his bowl. So yeah, that's my update. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. A human connection. Let's call it that. Let's trick people. But anyway, that's all. Until next time.